Good morning, no, good afternoon, internet. So it's what is it? It's just gone 3 o'clock, and it's Sunday afternoon, and it's the last day of August, eh? This year seems to be trundling on by so quick. Now, so at the moment, we've got a bit of sunshine, a few clouds, bit of wind, nothing unusual for Finisterre, mind you. So I've been out now for about, well, I don't know, probably about 3/4 of an hour, and to be honest with you, I wasn't actually gonna film today. I got the cameras on and all that, but you know, sometimes you just, you know, when you got a lot on your mind and you think to yourself, oh, you know, I'm not gonna film. And then I thought to myself, do you know what, it's something that I enjoy doing, and I do enjoy doing this. I enjoy running this channel. I enjoy sharing things and talking away and everything, but I don't know, so I needed to get out on the bike. I needed to have a ride. Just to fill you in quickly, if anybody saw my little post yesterday, and this refers back to the wooden chalet. It's come from an absolutely fantastic start, you know, where we built it in record time, you know, we really did, and all of a sudden now it just it just seems to be going like from disaster to disaster. So okay, so yesterday we you know, there's problems with the roof, like, so basically we found out quite late yesterday evening that it's leaking water. There's water coming through, so we went and we bought some thick polythene sheeting, and so we was up this morning and at my daughter's house for about 20 to 9, because the forecast this morning was for real torrential rain. Anyway, so we got there about 8:45, and so we've sheeted up the remainder of the roof that hasn't actually got on the roofing panels, you know, which is, I don't know, probably 4 meters widthwise, you know. Anyway, but the worrying factor of it all is, while we was up on the roof, is that it's been leaking. We've had an awful lot of rain. The OSB boards, unfortunately now, have got, I won't say drenched, but to give you an idea, my wife and daughter, they had to get inside the building and they had to mop up the puddles on the floor, so it gives you an idea. So the OSB are swollen up. Now, will it dry out? Will it be, you know, this is all ifs, buts and maybes. Anyway, so we've put a sheet on, you know, we fixed all that down. Now, of course, the trouble is, on this roof you have the overhangs, you know, the two sides, the back and front, which when the roof's on and the trim's on, that overhang will all be filled with UPVC boarding. So then that makes that all watertight. At the moment it's all open, obviously, because, you know, the roof just isn't finished. So I can't close everything off, you know. So basically, you know, it's just it's pretty abysmal at the moment, where, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you can only do so much with the resources that we've got, you know. I mean, to be honest with you, this morning I was almost tempted to say, that's it, you know, just, you know, and it actually, it gets you, grinds you down, you know, when you've done so much, and just for the sake of this flaming roof, you know, we're just watching everything dwindle. I'm sure everybody that watches the channel and have watched the build, you know, there was so much effort put in to get it up to roof level, and now it's all going wrong. I don't know. Still, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I can't do anything at the moment, because, you know, it just needs to dry out, and we just need to see whether or not we can actually continue to put the roof on. The one little worrying thing that I had was that while the wife and my daughter was inside, one of the areas that did have a slight leak is where the roof is actually got the sheets on. So you know, that is a worrying factor. I'm just, I don't know, it's all a bit much. Anyway, okay, so I thought to myself, sitting here getting depressed and worrying about it all, I can't change it. You know, what will be at the end of the day, you know. I still say, mind you, right, and I'll back myself up 100% on this one, what we should have done, and I don't care who says what, we should have moved. We should have got out of Brittany. That's what we should have done, you know, for lots of reasons. One being the weather, it is absolutely crap, you know. Secondly, 99% of the people that live in Brittany I just do not like, you know, and it just holds far too many bad memories as far as I'm concerned. We should have got the hell out of this place. You know, France is beautiful. France has got some great areas. Anyway, we didn't, so that's it. Right, okay, without further ado, I'm going to continue my little ride, because at the moment this wind's picking up quite nicely, and it will probably rain. Anyway, one more thing I got to do before I start riding is I'd like to welcome a new subscriber to the channel. I don't seem to be getting many these days, but I am very, very grateful that anybody does. His name's Brian. Now, I know I'm going to pronounce his second name wrong. I know I am, and I apologise. But before I say the surname, Harry and Sharon are fantastic mates of mine from the UK. We go back many, many years, and it's Sharon's dad, which makes him Harry's stepdad. Hark at me, father-in-law. Oh blimey, here we go. I see the brain's totally pickled today. So Brian Dansinger, I don't know, I probably said the name wrong, and I really apologise. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy what I do. Trust me, I'm not always down. Right, okay, without further ado, let's have a little ride, shall we? Huh? Now, what I don't want to do is drop one of my gloves as I put them on, because that's a right pain in the butt, that is, because then you got to get off the bike to pick that glove up. Oh god. But yeah, now I'm not going to particularly ride anywhere special. Well, I haven't ridden anywhere special. I just really needed to get out, you know, and at the same time was extremely hoping that the rain stays away. Now, I'm just outside. If you look here, look, this is Mars in Moto Ecole. This is our local training centre for the bikes and the scooters. See, my son and my daughter, well, two daughters, both trained here. Here we have some dogs. I hope they're controllable, because the last thing I need, oh, they're on a lead, I think. Well, one is, one isn't. Well behaved, eh? Well behaved. I always have this thing about riding past dogs. I really do. You know, last thing you want is a flaming dog hanging off your leg. That would just about finish my day off, eh? Oh god. Still, never mind, eh? Such is life. Right. I love this bike. It revs itself up on its own. Right, where shall we go? That's a good question, that is. Well, we got to go that way anyway. And I think what we'll do is we'll go round the island and we'll go back on ourselves. Well, not back on ourselves, because, well, slightly. And I think we'll just see where we end up, eh? It's as simple as that. But yeah, I gotta be honest, these clouds are thickening well up now. So I would definitely say that we're going to get some rain. So of course this week coming, all the little children all go back to school. My lot, obviously they're not little. My son is back at Lissy, it's called, although I say Lissy because I'm an ignorant Englishman. But yeah, Lissy, where he continues his training to be a farmer. Wow, hey? He's got a thing about although he's into scooters and motorbikes, his love of tractors is unbelievable, eh? But still, yeah. My two daughters are back at college, and my little grandson Itan, it's his first day at school tomorrow. So I really wish him well. I know he's going to do great. You know, I'm sure it's really strange, isn't it? You know, some kids, you sort of drop them off there and they have a total meltdown as they watch their mum walk out, and then other kids are fine, you know, they just instantly mix, you know. And I think he's going to be one of these mixers, I do, honestly. I mean, his mum, obviously my daughter, I mean, she's like me, she can talk to like anybody and mixes well, you know. Cedric, his dad, you know, Cedric's a mixer and what have you, and you know what I mean. So I'm sure that Itan's going to be great at school, and I actually feel sorry for the teachers though. God blind, hey, I mean, trust me, hey, that kid has got energy levels, hey, it's like he lives on marathons, arc at me, Snickers, hey, Mars bars. Now he's full of life, the kid is full of life, he never stops, and he's that quick, dearie me. But yeah, I think school's going to do him the world of good, you know. It's what he needs, yeah. It's gonna calm him down, eh? Anyway, so out on the old Guerrilla, 3,256 kilometres on the clock now, and running well. It's running okay, you know. I was looking the other day on Hitchcock's. I don't have to look, well no I do, I look on Hitchcock's because you know, just to see the latest bits and bobs that they've got for the bikes and whatever. I don't like these clouds that I'm heading forward to, I really don't. I might turn round at the next island and go back the other way, because it ain't that, well, I don't know, looking in the mirror it's probably as cloudy, but anyway. So yeah, I was looking through the Hitchcock catalogue for this bike, and I see now that they do a rear sprocket 2 teeth less than the than what it's got on now, than the factory sprocket. So yeah, now that's what I did to my Himalayan. I dropped the rear sprocket down by 2 teeth, and I mean, the difference it makes is unbelievable, you know. I personally think, and this is just my opinion, for my Himalayan, it absolutely changed the performance of it. When I say performance, I don't mean it suddenly became a sports bike and took on the local Hayabusa club. What it did do, it made the bike smoother, it made it more lively throughout the gears, and what it did, which what I wanted it to do, it gave it a much better cruisability. So the top end, you know, became much better. Now of course, we all know that the Himalayan, you know, the 411 Himalayan is a good old plodder, and it doesn't matter particularly what you're ever going to do to that bike, you're not going to beat any land speed records. So yeah, but it made a big difference to the way that bike cruises. It made it so much more smoother and comfortable. So this one, which the cruising capability of this bike obviously far exceeds the 411s. It's a totally different engine, so yeah. And so basically with two teeth knocked off the sprocket on this one, I reckon that this will be a lovely cruising bike. I really do. So again, that's something that I probably will do. And I think Hitchcock's price, I think it's €39, but of course sorry, £39. But then obviously if you order off Hitchcock's, which I wouldn't by the way, but if you do, you've got your postage to put on, you've got your import duty because of Brexit, and oh, that's some rain up there, look, eh? See, it's, well, no, it certainly looks like it's raining, but anyway, so yeah, so I will definitely put one of them on, because it does make, I think it makes a huge difference to the bikes. Yeah, but like I say, I'll probably get mine. I got mine, I forget the name of the company now, but I got mine from a Spanish outlet in down in Spain. I can't remember the price that I paid for the one for the Himalayan. Probably about the same price, but of course you can knock off 25-30 euro import duty, and just that alone makes a difference, yeah. So that was good for me, and like I say, it does make a big difference to the Himi. Right, so I'm definitely thinking to myself that this is coming in off the sea, yeah. And I do not want to get wet for lots of reasons. One being I hate getting wet. The second one being I have not got any of my gear with me, so that's not a good thing. So I think what I'm going to do is, when I get down to this island here, I think I'm going to turn tail and I'm going to run like hell back home, hoping that I beat it. I mean, we've got rain forecast every day this week, every single day. I mean, it's a nightmare. I mean, it really, I mean, okay, you know, it's the 1st of September tomorrow, but what a joke, eh? I mean, it really is. I mean, to be fair, you know, I've got to be honest, I mean, anybody that's been watching the build on the chalet, we've had some brilliant weather, you know. I mean, we really have. Can't knock it, it's been great, but it just ends all too abruptly, doesn't it? September, you know, and we're faced with this flaming rain again, you know. I mean, the Breton gets enough of this rain the beginning of the year. We're lucky, you know, if you had our summer up normally, you know, we're lucky to get a couple of months, but when you get this, it's a joke. And when you're trying to build a flaming chalet out of wood, it just makes it even worse, you know. So there's me desperately trying to dry it all out, and I'm just wondering how, you know. I was looking at this roofing system. I haven't really studied it much, to be honest with you. I just, you know, because I'm not a roofer. Yeah, I mean, okay, back in the UK in my younger days, I've put many a roof on, slate, tile, you know, flat roofs. You know, I've done many a roof. What I've never done is these metal clad roofs. Never. I've never ever done one in my life. And so basically, you know, I mean, there are different, you know, things and different makes and different bits and pieces of them. And you know, when I ordered this, I didn't really, you know, go into this. I didn't, because I wasn't going to put it on, so it didn't really bother me, because I thought, yeah, you know. The problem is that this particular system there's all folds. The next time, if it ever stops raining and I actually get back to the chalet, I'll show you. And so each sheet, which fits from back to front, what a dickhead, get over there inside the road, my boy. Each sheet which fits from like the, you know, one end of the chalet to the other end of the chalet, has all got to be folded, yeah. And then there's all these bits of metal that slide into it, and then where the two sheets go together, you've got this clamping machine, and it like clamps the sheets together. And I mean, okay, I suppose, you know, it's maybe it should be a good system, I don't know, you know. Whereas if you look at a lot of these metal roofing systems, you know, for instance, you go to the local DIY stores here, for want of a better word, you know, Weldon, Brico Marché, Brico Depot, they all sell the metal roofing systems, the ones that like go up and down in squares, yeah. And you know, okay, I get it, it's a different fixation with them, you are actually screwing through them, you know. But to be honest with you, the speed that you can do a roof in one of them opposed to this one, you know, this is that long-winded, it's just unbelievably slow. So I don't know, you know, I mean, the trouble is, like I said, we're only doing this because obviously anyone that's followed me for a fair old time will know the situation that we're in with our landlord. You know, I mean, it's a situation that I wouldn't wish to put anybody in. This was our sort of last, this is all we've got going for us, you know. We've scraped, we've used everything we've got, and you know, I can't afford, you know, we can't afford as a family to just ditch this roofing system. So I'm sort of standing there looking at it today thinking, well, hang on a minute, what the hell am I going to do? You know, I've got the rest of it's lying on the grass, I've got water leaking in the bit that ain't there, I've got a drip where it is there. What am I going to do? You know, if it scraps the OSB board, to replace all that again, not only time wise, but I'm then in a position where, you know, I'm looking at over €1,000 for OSB board, because, you know, if you want to rip off country to buy anything in, move to France. It's expensive, it really is, yeah. Forget, you know, your Spanish prices, your Portuguese prices. France is expensive. There is absolutely no, I've compared a lot of prices, and believe you me, right, and it ain't that good. I mean, the timber that we started buying was a disgrace. I mean, it really was a disgrace. So you think to yourself, well, what am I going to do, you know? Oh, look, sunshine. I think we've sort of skirted round the clouds, look, and hopefully now we could come out the other side and back to blue sky. Look at that, eh? That's better, eh? Much better. Mr. and Mrs. on their quad, eh? That was nice, it was. I like that. I don't care now I'm in front of the clouds. See, I'm happy again now. It's that rain, god damn it, that Breton rain causes that much problem. I mean, I know it's going to get here. You've only got to look in that mirror there, look, and it is following us, but at the moment we're in front of it, you know. So yeah, that suits me. You know, you wouldn't think, would you, it changes that fast here. You know, this is the trouble. The bit where I live, Finisterre, that sticks out in the ocean, we just cop everything here. You know, forget your weather forecast, I mean absolutely nothing. Me and the wife, well, the whole family, we sat down at lunchtime, right? And my son said to me, he said, hey Dad, He said, you had us up early this morning because it was supposed to rain. I said, well, yeah, I did. I said, I apologise, but yeah, you're right. I did get you up all early this morning because it said that it was going to rain, and it didn't rain, you know, and that's a real pain in the backside, that is. So we all got our phones out, yeah, and every one of us on our phones, it said where we lived it was raining, eh? Can you actually believe that? And it wasn't raining, you know, there was no rain at all. Now we're back there again. That's where we started off from there. You know, we've done this like big loop. I was actually going to go down a bit further down to the coast and have a look there, but with the rain coming up, it just seems a waste of time. But you know what, I'm just thinking to myself, right, and I'm just thinking, maybe we could, because we seem to be well in front of the rain, maybe we could drop down to O'Dearn and have a little look at that, see how that's doing, eh? A bit of traffic out today for the Sunday, but I think everyone's like, you know, oh god, you know, the summer holidays are over, everything's sort of back to normal next week, and they're having the last bit of time out. You know, a couple of bikes up here, look. It's quite funny, I don't know what the temperature is, let's have a look. Right, so the temperature on the old temperature gauge is saying 23 degrees, yeah, so knock 3 off, so about 20 degrees. So it's not, you know what I mean, it's not bad at all, really. We've held the temperature really pretty well this year, but even these last few days that have been absolutely throwing it down the rain, you know, the temperature's still held, you know. The nights have been like quite muggy at times, you know. But yeah, it's certainly looking nice and bright in this direction, and nice and dark behind. Definitely feel that the wind's up though. Be interesting to see how busy O'Dearn is today, to be honest. Checking the old battery, which seems to be okay. I was watching On the Road Adventures, yeah, and it's sort of a shame in a way, isn't it, how they've had to deviate from what they was doing. Well, not particularly a huge deviation, but all because of Brexit, you know. You know, because of because he's got a UK passport, and you can only be in a European country for 90 days. I mean, you know what I mean? It is so stupid, isn't it, eh? I mean, it really is. You know, I mean, okay, I know that, you know, the UK came out of Europe, which I personally think was a huge mistake. I really do. But again, you know, don't want to make this a political channel, and that's, again, is just my personal view. But, you know, stupid. I mean, people enjoy to travel, yeah, you know, a lot of people enjoy to travel, and I think, you know, the stupid thing, because governments put these restrictions on people, you know, how long they can do this and how long they can do that, it all, I don't know, it just seems bloody ridiculous. I mean, it really does. Well, look at this. I mean, looking this way, the weather looks really nice, doesn't it? You know, you would think to yourself, oh yes, we've still got our summer. You wait till a couple of hours time, mate, till that lot behind us catches us up. Well, hey, you won't be thinking that then. So this has got to go in for its service in where's it got to go? Oh, next month. I forgot about that. Well, no, hang on. Nearly next month. We're still in August, aren't we? So this has got to be serviced in October. This has either 12 months or 10,000 kilometres. Well, it ain't going to do 10,000 kilometres, that's for sure. So it's gonna go in next month for its service. Now, obviously, oh, what's going on here? Oh god, bit of traffic calming. Look, only I'm not too sure the first guy realised that, and he was going to go straight through. But I mean, I get, you know, because we're coming up to like schools and all that sort of thing, so, you know, they put this traffic calming, and, you know, it works. Look, I'm not too sure what this bit is here for. There's no school here, look, you know. So why you would put a traffic calming there before you even get in the village, I really don't know. But I suppose it's to slow you down a bit, innit? But anyway, well, obviously it's to slow you down. That was a bit of a stupid statement, wasn't it? But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about now. I do this quite regular these days, eh? It's called age. Service, that's what I was talking about. This having a service. So yeah, so normally, if it would have gone in for its 12-month service and it would have done its 10,000 mile, for instance, then that would have been its first valve check, yeah? Now, okay, I know the valve check on these 450 engines, to be honest with you, it's not that bad, you know? I mean, basically, it's take your tank off, take your airbox off, take off your rocker cover, get your feeler gauges out, you know, feel what it is, measure your gap, see if it's in tolerances. If it ain't, you know, do your A plus B plus blah 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 blah, find your new shim and replace them. Okay, but so when I take mine in, mine will not have done 10,000 kilometres, so they're not going to do the valve check. It's as simple as that. They won't. So I'm just wondering, do they have a set price? Oh, you know, that's the price, whether you have the word, because I mean, I remember when I took the Himalayan in for its very first service, actually the same as this one, I got to be honest. It's 500 kilometre service, yeah. Now you know as well as I do, at 500 kilometres, all they did to this bike was they literally changed the oil. That was it. Oh, filter, the oil and filter, which is no big deal, is it? Let's be honest. They might have gone round and checked a few bolts here and there, but I'd already done that. I do it on every brand new bike that I have, you know, and I regularly check bolts throughout the bike's life, you know. So yeah, and I think they charged me, I think that was €270. So, but of course, you know, if you want to keep it in warranty, then you have no choice, do you? You know, you have to go along with it, and that's it. So, you know, that's what I had to do. I'm just wondering, when it comes that they actually are going to do the valve clearances, I wonder what sort of price that's going to turn out. Be interesting to hear. Any of you guys out there got one of these, or the Himalayan 450 that's done the valve clearances? How much was your service, you know? And again, more interestingly, at the 10,000, if anyone's had the 10,000 service done, did the valves need doing? Were they tight? You know, was it a necessity? Just out of interest. I do like the old-fashioned tappets, you know, where you can get your feeler gauges, you've got your lock nut, your little screwdriver, and off you go, you know, which is, you know, I do believe, you know, the Interceptor, I do believe the Interceptor engine is that. I know the Shotgun and the Super Meteor, I don't think they are, I think they're shimmed up. Certainly the 411 Himalayan, and of course all the J series engines are all that, you know. Oh my good God. Rumble strips. Well, I was hoping to sort of slide through there, but that's not going to happen. Now, this next one is my right of way. But look, there's nothing coming there, look. Nobody has to give way to me. There's getting more and more of these traffic calming, which, you know, yeah, I get it and I agree with it, I really do. Not just from a biker's point of view, from the car drivers as well. People drive too fast, you know, and there's absolutely no need for it, is there? You know, I mean, there's roads that you can, you know, increase your speed legally. I mean, yeah, I'm no angel. You know, I'm not going to turn around and say, oh, I've never been above the speed, because, you know, I'll be telling porky pies. But it certainly doesn't interest me, you know, anymore. I like to plod along. I enjoy the plodding, you know. It's a strange place to have a camera. I've always found that this camera here is an extremely strange place to have a camera, and half the time I've tried to work out what the hell it does. I don't know if anything comes down there, I'm not too sure. I have never ever seen anything come out of that little side road, never. There's my doctor's there, that yellow building, and that place in front, Eurofins, that's where you can go and have your blood test. Hey, or if you've got a pee in a bottle, that's where you go. Fancy's brilliant, the medical side of it, I've said this so many times before, absolutely fantastic. There's all these little things scattered all over the place, you know, for if you've got to have blood tests, if you've got to have x-rays, if you've got to have scans, they're all there, you know. They literally make life, and of course what it does do, it frees up the hospitals, so the hospitals can do what they're supposed to be doing, and that's treating the people that need to be treated. You know, I think it's a brilliant idea, I really do. Anyway, I like the attitude of the French people, because I'm not saying they all think this way, but a lot of them do, and I think it's a real credible attitude. They don't mind paying higher taxes, because they say like things like, you know, their health system is first class, their education system is excellent, their retirement system again, you know, is really good. So, you know, they don't mind paying a little bit more to get something back in later life, and that's basically what it is, isn't it? You know, I mean, hopefully the young people, they don't need all those things, you know, but as you get older, that's when you start to need your, you know, the health system to kick in, and obviously we need the schools, you know, but yeah. Anyway, now I do believe down in Odeon, and this could be a bit of a pain in the backside, I'm not sure if the road's going to be shut, but down in Odeon there's the fun fair, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or it might have gone, to be honest. I don't know how long it was here for. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we'll find that out when we actually get there. I mean, if the road's shut, it's shut. Well, there's got to be a deviation round it somewhere. This is a nice view, look, as we come round this corner here. Look at that, the estuary, yeah. Looks like the tide's a bit hard to tell at the moment. I can't see any directional thing, but it ain't in and it ain't out, so it's doing one or the other. I'm not too sure. But yeah, nice road as well, this. Nice little winding road, eh? Now, this is where the fun fair is going to be, if it's still here. It's somewhere down here. Let's have a look. Well, it don't look shut. At the moment, anyway. There's a lot of cars, so I'm presuming maybe the fun fair's on, because there's not normally this many cars. Oh yeah, it is, look, there it is, see it in there, look. I could go in there and jump on the waltzers, eh? Do they still have waltzers? They used to have them when I was a kid. You always used to take your girlfriends on the waltzers. It was a good excuse to like squeeze them up the corner and say, oh, I'll look after you, I'll hold you. Never mind. Oh, just open your door, mate. He did anyway, so. Right, let's have a ride. Might as well go through the actual place itself, or just slither in the traffic here. There you go. Looks quite busy actually, look. Hey, fair play. I thought it would be quieter than this today, to be honest with you. This is about the busiest I've seen it all summer. And the summer's ending tomorrow, doesn't it? Is it, or is it the day after? It's the official end of the summer, which is always sad. I hate that, I really do. And what is it soon? The clocks. Ah, they go forward, don't they? Which means, you know, with it comes the darker night. Mind you, we're not too bad here in France, really. I think the earliest it gets dark here in the real, oh, there's them two bikes, in the real worst of the winter, I think's about 5:30, I think. Just stand in the middle of the road, you know what I mean. Don't worry about anything else. You sort your keys out there, my man. Everything will be sorted. Right, so yeah, it looks... oh, they finished the Lagoon off, look, just in time for the season to end. Oh dear. Hi, what's going on here? Oh, so it's a cope. I thought someone had fell off the bike or something. I was just about to think, oh my god, should I stop and help them? And then I realised that they hadn't actually fell off it as such. I mean, it's beautiful and sunny down here, look, isn't it, eh? And strangely enough, the wind I don't know if we're sheltered a bit here, but the wind has tended to sort of drop down. It's well, mate, I don't know what you're indicating for, because this is the road, but still, never mind. Look at that, eh? Don't it look beautiful? I love the sea, as you all know. I absolutely love it. Well, the bar's open there, look, in with these burgers, eh? Oh, creperie, sorry. I think the next one's the burger one. Not 100% sure. Oh, look at this car there, straight in front of all these bikes, eh? Unbelievable. About as respectful, eh? But anyway, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous, eh? Tide's coming in then, because the breakers, you always tell. There is a lot of people around. Yeah. How's my battery doing? I can't see. The sun's in that mirror, so I can't see. I'm hoping and presuming that it's alright. Oops, daisy. Well, squeeze through there, shall we, sir? And we'll have a little ride in front of here, I think, hey? Oh, a few people on the beach, yeah? In fact, there's more, there's more on the beach today than when it was baking hot. I take it this gentleman here is going surfing, hey? BMW there, look, R1150 RT, very nice. I used to have one of them. Loved my BM, I really did so many miles touring round on that. Mine was a blue one, but I mean, fantastic bike, absolutely, but I wouldn't have one now. It's too heavy. You know what I mean? It's too heavy, and I'm too old. Did you see that? The bike thing? It doesn't like slow revs, this bike of mine. It is actually getting a bit better. That is the first time that I thought, oh, here we go. So yeah, another little harbour here, eh? Beautiful. Do you know what? I always cheer up on the bike. I always cheer up on the bike, and I always cheer up as well when I see the sea. It makes me so happy. Look at that! Look again. The beach is very, very quiet, huh? Oh, off to the camper, are they? No, oh, no, they are. Well, no, are they? No, I got it all wrong. Eh? Little Yamaha on the back of his camper van there, look, see it? Right, well, I think we'll have a little ride this way, eh, shall we? I can't see me battery. This little village here, this is called Escabien. Nice little village. Oh, hey, slow down there, me old flat. So, you see now, you can understand why some of these villages are putting on all these speed bumps, can't you? There's no need for that, is there? Absolutely. There could have been a little kid on the corner there, yeah? Why drive like that, you know? I'm gonna pull over in a minute because I really don't know how much battery I've got, and I hate it if it just dies, because I like to say me tirage, you know what I mean? Sociable sort of a person. I find it very impolite if it just cuts off. I know it can't be helped at times, you know, but yeah, it's a nice little Des Res, isn't it, eh? See, look, another zone 30, you know, which again we are in a village, so why not, you know? Like I said, you get young kids here. I mean, I know my, you know, like I said, my grandson, he's that fast, you know, you blink of an eye, you know. I mean, years ago when I was a kid, and when I had my eldest two daughters, you had reins for your kids, didn't you? Remember them? You know, they used to buckle at the front and you had reins. You got them, eh? I mean, they weren't going nowhere, was they, eh? You don't see them. Mind you, I wouldn't be surprised these days if social services would say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, no. Eh? That's offensive to the child. You need the child's permission to do that. Or something along those lines. It's alright, my phone went then, nearly deafened me. It was a number I didn't know, so it's been cancelled. Now, probably because of that, yeah, rains. That's what I was on about before I got deafened. It's, I mean, there was nothing wrong with having your kids on reins. They were safe, they couldn't run away from me for a start off. You know, but like I said, I dare say in this day and age, if you put a set of reins on a kid, you'd have social services all over you saying that, you know, you was, I don't know, probably restricting the kids. It's just something stupid, isn't it? I mean, there's that many pathetic rules these days. It's unbelievable, eh? It really is. And here's the village church, look. They've all got one. Oh, did I want to go up there or up there? Do you know what? No, it's alright. I thought I'd done a boo-boo. I really did. I thought, oh, gone totally the wrong way. But no, everything's sorted. Do you know, this sun is nice and warm on my back. It's sort of, I got a back protector in this jacket, which I'm sure you all, you know, a lot of us have. And you can feel it absorbs the sun, you know. Well, the bugs must think that the weather ain't too bad, because they're all out in abundance with me at the moment. They're all stuck all over me visor. Do you know what? I think there's a little pulling-y thing down here, a parking-y thing, and I think I might pull in there and end the video here, I think, because I've got to be pretty close to my battery going. If I can remember where it is. There's a little sign for it there. There it is, look. Hey, the little tree, see? Which means it's gonna be here somewhere. Look at that. I don't think I'm going to dismount and get on the bench, but what I am going to do, it's a bit muddy. I think I'll just pull back through these two puddles here. That's it. And we'll just stop here. Right then, well, hang on a sec, let's get that up, get the visor up, turn the indicator off, let's just check the battery. Oh yeah, just about to run out actually. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here now. Look at this, I mean this weather is beautiful now, isn't it? Maybe the rain could be short-lived and it might have sodded off somewhere else, which would be really nice. So anyway, look, I know it was a bit of a grumping at first, but a ride has done me the world of good, yeah, and it's also put a few kilometres on the bike. We're coming up to 3,300 nearly, 6 more kilometres, 3,300. So yeah, can't be bad. Anyway, look, thanks for being with me, and like I said, once more, welcome to the channel, Brian. I hope you've enjoyed this little ride and me moaning away about various things. And yeah, so if you've been out on your bikes today, I hope you've had a great ride. I hope the weather's better than, well, I say better than where I am, but to be fair, look at all them berries there, see them there, look, hey? I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm not really into plants, but it looks nice. Anyway, right, okay, so I will see you all in the next video. What I'm going to do, look, I'll try and get the drone up, and I'll put it up on the roof, and I'll show you what I mean with this roofing system. And yeah, anyway, right, okay, so if you like this, give me a thumbs up. I'd love that, that would be great. And if you're watching me for the first time, you're not subscribed to me and you'd like to be, I'd absolutely love that as well. So until the next one, Take care, look after yourselves. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. Bye for now.